This is from, here's our van parked in our neighbor's yard. This is from Hurricane Milton, unlike the song by Cedar McCall. This is what happened. So you can see that's the park. That is the basketball court underwater and the entire park underwater. That came off last night. We heard it rip off. And behind that boat is a piece of it laying on the ground because we saw it fall. There's the park.
Saw and heard.
Saw and heard, yeah. Lost her, huh? Yeah. What? Yeah. 3 different places. Yeah, we lost our mailbox, but our neighbor said he found it. We're like on an island right now.
Yep. Lost power at 11. 11 p.m. we lost power.
Oh yeah, lost power at 11 o'clock last night. Power's still off. Lost a tree in the backyard. Got split 3 different places. It broke apart into the neighbors behind us and our neighbors beside us there.
Fence came down in the backyard.
And the fence came down in the back on our other neighbor's side.
And this is not a flood zone.
And this is not a flood zone. Oh, I still think they turned over because they're not. Yeah, this is after Hurricane Milton. Luckily, I had my van parked right in front of the Mustang. And last night I was afraid this palm tree was going to come down on top of it, either that tree or this tree. So I moved the van back here. But then something told me, and this is before the water was there, of course, there was no water here. Then I said, well, let me move it over to my neighbor's because she left. And I parked it there, and then through the night, all this water came. In fact, the van was even a little further down. I got it in this morning and backed it up a little closer. And you can see how close the water is to our houses. Another, what is that? 2, that's about 15 feet. That would have been inside the house. Over here, that's all wet, soaked. There it is going out. See, that's a basketball court you're looking at. Before that is a parking lot. The parking lot's completely full. As the thing came off it's all rolled back. And then there's more because we saw it fall. It's right, like, if the boat was out of the way, you could see it on the ground over there. Like, I don't know, sheet metal or whatever is on top of that. It's funny those tarps stayed there. All that wind and the tarps stayed there. You can see way out into onto the park. It's just flooded. And we're not in a flood zone. It's not supposed to flood here. But they already got people working on it. They say the lines or whatever got clogged or something. I don't know what they do about that, but hopefully they'll get this water down, and hopefully, these are dark skies. I hope it doesn't rain again. Praying it doesn't rain. We're praying for the water to subside. That's cable stuff. Cable underwater. Those tree stump looking things are where cars pull up to on the inside of the gate. And I'd say that's probably 3 feet deep out there. Should not be driving a car through here now. Definitely can't get our van out. We want to go to Mom and Dad's house and check on it and make sure it's okay, but we can't get out. And here's the water on the other side of the house coming way up. You can see our neighbor's car there. It's about underwater. This other car is just above the water. We're hoping, we think the water has stopped. Kathy put a marker there. So hopefully it doesn't go past that. Where'd it go? There it is. Hopefully it don't rain. There's another cable box underwater. And you can see the water just washing on by. This is where the water was coming up. So you can see this is what the park looks like regularly. See, you can see the road. See the part. Now this is after the storm. The water's gone down, and after this video, I'll show you all the water that was in here. Too bad it didn't come out because they were going down here in kayaks and boats and bicycles. The whole road was swamped with water. So you can kind of see a before and after. There's the damage on the park across the street. All that stuff came off. You can see it laying out there. Okay, right here, as you can see, this is after the water has pretty much subsided. I think it was 3 days later. You can see people putting their garbage out. This is our neighbor on the next street over, how he lost his whole fence. And granted, this isn't as bad as other places, but nobody reports on Citrus Park or Logan Gate. So here's a big tree that was taken down in our neighborhood. It's halfway across the road. That was there probably for, I don't know, a week before anybody got to it. Plus, this was all flooded. I couldn't go out and shoot in it because our street was all flooded. This is going down the main road of Logan Gate. Logan Gate Drive, coming around, you can see just all the trees that came down around over the fences. They got cleaned somehow. Again, I couldn't get out in the rain. The streets were all flooded, but some of the bigger trucks could get through. See, that tree came. A lot of trees come down. Every time we have a hurricane, these trees all come down over the road. Again, I know a lot of other people got it worse in St. Pete and Clearwater, but for us, this isn't a flood zone. This isn't supposed to happen here. These streets were all flooded. Again, I couldn't get out because we were trapped in our house. And then another thing was the power. When all the power went out, you had all the traffic lights out. And basically, when we did get out to drive around, we saw police officers that were sitting out, 3 or 4 of their squad cars with their lights on like this, and 5 or 6 of them standing around, and everybody just doing their own to direct it. They didn't get out. I'm sure they were told by their, upper guys, the captains and stuff, probably said, don't get out on the road and direct traffic. Just be there. Everybody hopefully will stop at the traffic lights on their own, and they'll look to their left and right, and they'll do what they're supposed to, which is, take turns. There's another big tree down. That's going down Gun Highway. This is what we call our post office. Not our post office, but it's a post office where we mail out our packages and, send our stuff out in the mail and use their mailbox. Their whole fence got taken down. Or basically we go inside. I go inside to see Mike and Rob and everybody and mail our packages out. But This is the post office at the parking lot where all their fence was taken down. This is our gas station where we, again, I say our gas station because we go get our fuel here. But Thornton's, you can see all the pumps were empty and tied up. There were a few at on the left side. But for the most part, and I didn't get all the footage of other gas stations that were all closed and roped off, and there's more trees, more trees down in parking lots. This is again back into Logan Gate where we live. Again, nobody would report on this. There's not going to be any news out here. Wasn't really super. I mean, there's still damage. I just didn't catch it all. But we just got very lucky, feel very blessed that we did not get water coming into our house. And our most part of our damage was our tree in the backyard came down in 3 of the neighbors' yards. And there was a lot of damage in Logan Gate with trees down on houses, across the road. So there was a lot of damage. This is just what I shot when I went out trying to get back on the road and get fuel in the van and such. Here's more traffic lights that were out as we tried to, just travel through the city and do what we had to do. And you can see everybody makes their own decisions. That is a 4-stop for 4, stops. And everybody just makes up their mind when they're going to come and when they're going to go. And that was our biggest damage at our house was the tree in the backyard. Came down across into our neighbor's yard and into our other neighbor's yard and into our other neighbor's yard. And we're still trying to get that fixed today. And it could have been a lot worse. We realize that.